Breaking news. Roman Abramovich has been sanctioned by the UK government, and this means all of his assets, including Chelsea Football Club, have now been frozen. Oh, basically, Chelsea have been given a special license to continue with football related activities, but the sale effectively bars the sale of the club following Roman Abramovich's sanctioning. Sanctioning Chelsea Football Club effectively placed it in limbo. A sell a special license from the Treasury means that all football-related activities such as tonight's game against Norwich can go ahead, but Abramovich cannot sell the club. The government would need to give special dispensation for the sale of Chelsea, and no money could go to Abramovich either directly or indirectly. Abramovich will not get a penny from the sale of the club, likely to be a protracted process. Chelsea will not be allowed to sell more tickets following Roman Abramovich's sanctioning. Only season ticket holders can attend future matches. No new contracts, player transfers, or merchandise sales will be allowed at Chelsea for the Roman Abramovich's sanctioning. And even though the reports are saying that we cannot be sold, we can be sold. It's just the fact that would Roman Abramovich allow the UK government to take control of the selling of Chelsea, because he wouldn't have any control of it, of who it goes to. This is what I'm understanding from these reports. It's been said that Chelsea have these provisions in place from today, the 10th of March 2022, until the 31st of May 2022. The only way this can be resolved is if the sanction is revoked or Chelsea Football Club is sold. But as of right now, as it states, we are in limbo. But for me, this is really unfair because and for one thing, Chelsea today are celebrating 117 years since we've come into existence. The fact that they're putting these measures right now, it's not necessarily fair, because at the end of the day, this is only related to Roman Abramovich's supposed relationship with Vladimir Putin, and the fact that there's a Russian war going on out here. But Roman Abramovich isn't isn't a part of this, to my knowledge anyway, to any Chelsea fans' knowledge. He hasn't been a part of this, and he can't control what Putin does. But as they say, it's guilty by association. And over the years, people have always alleged that Roman Abramovich has been involved with Vladimir Putin, which I can't deny. Um, as of right now, this is all just terrible news, because now what does this mean for Chelsea? Like, will players want to stay at the club? Because as of right now, I don't necessarily know what all this means. There still needs to be so much more news that needs to be explained by other journalists. But this is just such an L right now, because now we are, like I said, we're in limbo. Like players like Aspilicueta, Antonio Rudiger, Andreas Christensen could eventually just be sold for free, because we can't renew contracts. We won't be able to pay players, and unless you're a season ticket holder, you can't attend matches. So anything that comes into the club is essentially frozen, whether that's prize money, um, any money that's been meant to be due from players. It's not going to be coming to Chelsea Football Club because it's owned by Roman Abramovich. So anything that comes in that's money related is just essentially futile. It's useless right now, because we cannot do anything. And it's the worst possible news you could have ever heard, especially on a day like today. It's just things keep on going from bad to worse for Chelsea over the last couple of weeks, since the whole um, Russian war against Ukraine has started. And Yeah, man. I just really hope that the club doesn't I just really hope the club doesn't go into well, go back to the way it was before, not battling from top four, not battling, let alone the league, the top four as well. That means no Champions League. Like, we have to get this club sold as soon as possible. But it's down to Roman Abramovich whether he's gonna let the UK government take charge of selling the club. But for me, um I really don't know what to say. I really don't know, but this is just it's just so much to take in right now because I don't necessarily understand everything. All I can go from is the reports that I've read, and until more stuff come out, I can't really give you more information on it. But everything you've heard right now is giving most Chelsea fans room for thought. There's so much stuff we have to go over, so many more stuff we have to hear. Like, how do the Chelsea players feel? How does Thomas Tuchel feel right now? Like, what is going to happen to the club? Hopefully, the players can just stay strong, Tuchel can just stay strong, and we can just hopefully come out of this on the other side, regardless of whether whoever takes charge of the club eventually. We just have to hope that we will be in safe hands, even though right now it wouldn't necessarily look likely, but even still, like, when it comes to away matches, everything that's happening, no money can be used. So how this affects Champions League or just traveling to other teams just from away matches, like, it's oh it's so long. But we just have to wait and see. The best thing for the club right now is that it can just get sold, because being frozen, like there's nothing we can do. Like, literally, Chelsea fans are having to pay right now. We haven't even done anything, but yeah, members like myself can't even go to any more matches. Like, and we haven't even done anything. It's like, it's just so unfair by the UK government. It's like they don't care. They don't care about the club. They don't care about the fans in the club. They're just doing this stuff just because of I'm not saying that the war necessarily isn't necessarily something that you shouldn't do this over, but it's just that it's so long. As a Chelsea fan, that's all I can be speaking of. If it was a neutral fan, then people would look at this, be like, oh yeah, this is what the club probably deserves. But as a Chelsea fan, you can't help but feel hard done by it, because the UK government is not helping us at all. They are not helping us. And to me, to know that Roman Abramovich has nothing to do with the war that's going on, like, it's just so unfair. And but this is what Chelsea do. Like, we're always having to fight against the odds in everything. It's always Chelsea against the world, and that's what it's going to be like today. And until this situation is resolved, so we just have to hope and pray. Have to hope and pray that we can come out of this on the other side, and that this isn't detrimental to the success that we have been building for nearly 20 years. Because if it goes back to the way we was before Abramovich, then yeah, man, like, I'm Chelsea till I die. Through the good or the bad, I will always support Chelsea. But we really just want to still be doing what we've been doing for the last nearly 20 years, and that's competing for any trophy and every trophy. And right now, we can't guarantee that. So we just have to see how things go, listen to more reports, and once I get more news and such, I will be making more videos to keep you guys updated. But yeah, man, just terrible news as it stands. A terrible start to the day, and right now we are at rock bottom. Things can't get any more worse than this, other than if a club or if the club gets sold to people that don't care about Chelsea. That's the only way things can get worse. But as of right now, we are in rock bottom. This is unprecedented. No club has gone through this, to my knowledge, an owner, especially with the circumstances, through everything. But it's not a surprise that this happened to Chelsea Football Club, because if we say Um, we are the club that have to keep fighting and fighting all the time against anything, whether that's referees or just the UK government. Everyone more time is just unfair to Chelsea. I'm not saying that yeah, no, like this right now, the club isn't getting helped at all, and all the fans, just like myself, and all of you watching, um, it's just not fair at all because we're made to suffer now because now we can't even go to any more matches unless you're a season ticket holder. So yeah, man, it's just an L at this point, but hopefully things can get better. We just have to hope. But that's gonna be it from me on this topic. As I said, I'll keep you guys updated with any more related news. And yeah, I'm CFC Realistblue, and I'm out. Peace.